Have you ever wondered if the year you were born has a deeper meaning? What if I told you that the last digit of your birth year holds a secret, one that could unlock the mysteries of your personality, your challenges, and even your life's purpose? This number isn't just a random figure. It's a cosmic key that can reveal profound insights about your path, from ancient wisdom to modern-day applications. The teachings surrounding numbers in Buddhist philosophy offer an incredible tool for self-awareness and growth. So, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see the world and yourself in a whole new light. In Buddhist philosophy, numbers are not merely tools for counting or measuring. They are a deep and essential part of understanding the universe and our place within it. Each number carries its own vibrational energy, and these vibrations are believed to shape and influence our personalities, life paths, and spiritual growth. Numbers are thought to hold hidden meanings that can guide us toward greater wisdom and enlightenment. Buddhism teaches that the universe is governed by laws of harmony and interconnectedness, where everything is in a state of constant flux, but also fundamentally linked. Numbers are integral to this cosmic design, each one representing different facets of existence. For example, numbers like 1, 3, 5, and 8 are believed to resonate with specific spiritual energies that can influence our character and our journey through life. These numbers are not just symbolic. They are seen as keys to understanding the deeper truths of the universe. The spiritual energy of numbers. Take the number 1. In many Buddhist teachings, the number 1 symbolizes unity and the self, the first step toward enlightenment. It's the foundation of all other numbers. The number 1 vibrates with a sense of independence and individuality. It represents the beginning of a journey, the first spark of consciousness. People who resonate with this number often find themselves drawn to leadership, self-discovery, and pioneering new paths. Think of historical figures like Mahatma Gandhi, who led India to independence with a strong sense of individuality and purpose, or Albert Einstein, whose unique approach to physics revolutionized the way we see the world. Both men, driven by their inner vision and sense of individuality, embody the qualities of the number 1. Similarly, the number 3 is considered a number of expression and creativity in Buddhism. It represents the harmonious balance between body, speech, and mind, which are the 3 components that make up a person's being. This number is often associated with creativity, communication, and artistic endeavors. People who align with the number 3 are typically energetic, social, and able to express themselves clearly and effectively. A famous example of someone resonating with the number 3 is Leonardo da Vinci. His creativity transcended multiple fields, from art to science to engineering. His genius was fueled by a deep connection to self-expression and the harmony of his inner world. The number 8, infinite cycles of change. One of the most profound numbers in Buddhist philosophy is 8. The number 8 is often associated with the cycles of life, birth, death, and rebirth, and the path to enlightenment. This is best represented by the Eightfold Path, a central concept in Buddhism, which outlines the steps toward achieving spiritual liberation. Each of the 8 aspects, right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, guides practitioners toward a balanced, harmonious life. The number 8 also symbolizes abundance and the flow of material wealth. But with an important caveat: spiritual and material wealth must exist in harmony. This duality reflects the interconnectedness of all things, where spiritual wealth cannot be separated from material existence. The number 8 vibrates with the energy of infinite possibilities. Its shape, 2 circles stacked on top of each other, can be seen as a symbol of balance between the material and the spiritual. Think about someone like Matsuo Basho, the famous Japanese haiku poet. He explored themes of nature and spirituality in his works. He lived a life that balanced material simplicity with deep spiritual insight. He embodied the energy of the number 8 through his dedication to both poetic expression and meditation, understanding that spiritual insight cannot be separated from everyday life. Numbers and meditation. In Buddhism, numbers are not just abstract concepts. They are tools for deepening spiritual practice. For example, when a monk meditates on a particular number, it's not about recognizing the number itself, but about contemplating its meaning and the spiritual energy it carries. A monk might meditate on the number 8 to understand the cycles of life and death, to grasp the impermanence of all things, and to come closer to achieving enlightenment. By focusing on the energetic vibrations of these numbers, monks can unlock wisdom and insight that helps them navigate the complexities of existence. Take the case of Thich Nhat Hanh, a well-known Vietnamese Zen master. He taught that mindfulness and meditation on the present moment can help individuals transcend the dualities of life. While Thich Nhat Hanh did not explicitly focus on specific numbers, his teachings reflect a similar belief in the profound energy of concepts that go beyond the material world. His deep meditation practices align with the Buddhist philosophy of interconnectedness, where every number, every moment, and every being is part of a larger, interconnected whole. How the last digit of your birth year connects. Now, you might be wondering, what does this all have to do with you? How does this understanding of numbers tie into your own life? In Buddhism, each number has a specific vibration, and that vibration can influence various aspects of your life, from your personality to your spiritual path. The last digit of your birth year is believed to have a particularly significant role in shaping your life's journey. It carries the energy of that number, which can provide valuable insight into who you are and what challenges you may face. Let's take a deeper look at how the last digit of your birth year relates to you personally. Whether you were born in a year ending in 1, 2, 3, or 9, the energy of that number will shape your character and life choices. Each number vibrates with a specific frequency, and by understanding its meaning, you can begin to navigate your path with greater clarity and purpose. In this way, numbers are not just abstract concepts. They are powerful spiritual tools that connect us to the universe and its laws of harmony. By meditating on these numbers, we can unlock greater wisdom and move toward enlightenment. Just like monks and spiritual leaders have used numbers throughout history, you, too, can tap into this ancient wisdom to understand yourself and your place in the world better. So, while numbers are often overlooked in our daily lives, they hold an immense amount of spiritual significance in Buddhism. By connecting with the vibration of numbers like 1, 3, 5, or 8, we can gain deeper insight into our lives and spiritual journeys. And who knows, maybe the last digit of your birth year holds the key to unlocking your own path to enlightenment. This section is now expanded with examples from well-known historical figures and more detailed insights into the significance of numbers in Buddhist philosophy. It maintains a flow that feels conversational and engaging, while also diving deep into the spiritual meanings of numbers and their relevance to your personal journey. Let me know if you'd like to further refine or expand any part of it. In Buddhist philosophy, numbers are more than mere symbols for measurement or calculation. They are seen as living energies, each vibrating with its own spiritual frequency that reflects the deeper layers of existence. These vibrations can help guide us toward understanding the profound interconnectedness of all things. Buddhists believe that the universe itself operates according to principles of balance and harmony, and numbers play a crucial role in that cosmic design. Just as each element of nature has its own essence, each number carries a distinct vibration that can influence our lives and spiritual journeys. Take the number 1, for instance. In Buddhism, the number 1 represents unity and the singular nature of existence. It signifies the beginning, the original source from which all things emerge. This is not just about the concept of one as a quantity, but about the spiritual significance of oneness, oneness with the universe, oneness with the self. The Buddha himself often spoke about the essential unity of all beings and the interconnectedness that binds us together in the cosmic cycle of life. In fact, we can look at figures like Mahatma Gandhi, who embodied the principle of oneness in his leadership. Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence and truth, ahimsa and satya, was rooted in the understanding that at the core of all beings, there is a shared divine energy. His leadership in the nonviolent independence movement of India was a practical demonstration of how the energy of one manifests through the power of individual action and inner peace. One can influence the world. The number 3 in Buddhist philosophy is also deeply significant. It symbolizes harmony, balance, and the integration of body, speech, and mind. These are the 3 components that make up the human experience. In fact, the 3 jewels of Buddhism, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, represent the core elements that lead to enlightenment. The Buddha is the enlightened teacher. The Dhamma is the teachings. The Sangha is the community of practitioners. These 3 elements work together in perfect balance to create a path toward liberation. One might look to Leonardo da Vinci, a historical figure whose genius spanned multiple fields. His expertise ranged from art to engineering to anatomy. He serves as an example of the spiritual harmony that the number 3 represents. Da Vinci's works were a synthesis of mind, body, and spirit. His paintings, such as the Vitruvian Man, were not just artistic expressions. They were deep reflections on the nature of the human being and our connection to the universe. Like the number 3, Da Vinci's work illustrates the importance of balance and integration. These elements are key in achieving understanding and mastery of life. Similarly, the number 5 carries its own unique energy. In Buddhist thought, the number 5 is often associated with the 5 aggregates, skandhas. These are the 5 aspects of human existence: form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These 5 components work together to create the illusion of a permanent self. This illusion, in turn, leads to suffering. The Buddha taught that by understanding the impermanent and interdependent nature of these 5 aggregates, one can begin to dissolve the attachment to the self and reach enlightenment. This concept of the 5 aggregates can be illustrated through the life of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was a man who faced immense personal suffering throughout his life: loss, depression, and political turmoil. Yet, he transcended these hardships by embodying the understanding that the self is not fixed, and that we are constantly evolving, influenced by both internal and external factors. His legacy is a testament to the transformative power of understanding the fluid nature of the self, an understanding rooted in the wisdom of the number 5. Then there's the number 8, which holds perhaps the deepest spiritual significance in Buddhism. The number 8 is famously associated with the Eightfold Path, the core teachings of the Buddha that outline the way to end suffering and attain enlightenment. The Eightfold Path consists of right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These 8 practices form a complete cycle of spiritual development, each element interwoven with the others to create a balanced and harmonious life. The number 8 also has a cosmic dimension. It represents infinity, as it is the shape of the figure 8, a symbol of endless cycles and the eternal nature of existence. This is why the number is often associated with material wealth, but also with the understanding that true wealth is not merely material, but spiritual. One person who exemplified the energy of 8 was Nelson Mandela. His life reflected the cycle of suffering and rebirth, particularly his long imprisonment, which led to his eventual emergence as a leader of peace and reconciliation. Mandela's journey mirrors the cycle of transformation that the number 8 symbolizes, a life spent breaking the cycle of injustice, only to emerge stronger and more determined to create lasting harmony. Numbers, in this context, are not just abstract ideas. They are spiritual forces that guide us on our journey toward enlightenment. When a Buddhist monk meditates on a number, he does not simply see it as a quantity, but as a symbol of deeper truths. For instance, meditating on the number 8 during a session of mindfulness could lead the practitioner to contemplate the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth, or the intricate relationship between spiritual growth and worldly wealth. Through this meditation, the monk is tapping into the vibrational energy of the number, unlocking deeper insights into the nature of life itself. The Buddha's teachings on impermanence and interconnectedness can be understood through numbers as well. The number 3 reminds us that life is an interconnected whole, just as the mind, body, and speech work together in harmony. The number 1 speaks to our shared unity with the universe. And the number 5 serves as a reminder of the impermanence of the self. Each number resonates with its own unique energy. By meditating on these numbers, practitioners can open their hearts and minds to the deeper truths of existence. This is where the idea of the last digit of your birth year comes into play. It's not a random figure. It carries with it a unique vibrational energy that can give insight into your spiritual path. Whether you were born in a year ending in 1, 3, 5, or 8, the energy of that digit can give you a deeper understanding of the qualities you embody and the challenges you may face. Just as the Buddha used numbers and cycles to explain the nature of existence, the last digit of your birth year can serve as a tool for understanding your life's journey. The last digit of your birth year holds much more significance than just a numerical value. It's considered a spiritual key in Buddhist philosophy, offering profound insights into your life's journey and the deeper forces that shape you. According to Buddhist teachings, this seemingly simple number can reveal aspects of your personality, your strengths, your challenges, and even your ultimate purpose in life. By meditating on this number, you can unlock a deeper understanding of yourself, helping you navigate the complexities of existence with greater awareness and clarity. In many ways, the last digit of your birth year acts as a mirror, reflecting aspects of your soul's purpose and your karmic path. Just like the Buddhist concept of karma, where every action has a ripple effect in the cycle of cause and effect, this final digit can help guide you toward a more harmonious existence by showing you where your strengths lie and where you may need to put in more effort. Let's break down the significance of each last digit, from 0 to 9, to understand how it influences your spiritual journey. Last digit 0, the symbol of completion and wholeness. If your birth year ends in 0, you are connected to the concept of completion, unity, and infinite potential. The number 0 symbolizes the circle, endless, cyclical, and continuous. In Buddhism, 0 is often seen as a representation of the void or the eternal state of nothingness. It is the space from which everything originates. People born with this number are often seen as spiritual seekers, always striving for wholeness and inner peace. A historical figure that exemplifies the essence of 0 is Mahatma Gandhi. His life was a testament to the power of nonviolence and the infinite potential for change. Gandhi's journey was about finding unity in the world and within himself. This aligns with the Buddhist principle of sunyata, emptiness. In this context, emptiness is not the absence of existence, but the potential for all things to arise. His commitment to truth and peace embodied the energy of 0, an endless cycle of growth and transformation. Last digit 1, the leader and pioneer. The number 1 represents the individual, the leader, and the origin. In Buddhist philosophy, 1 signifies the unity of the self and the universe. It's a number associated with independence, self-awareness, and the starting point of all creation. Those born with this number are often natural leaders. They are individuals who are self-reliant and have a strong sense of purpose. However, the challenge for those with 1 as their last digit is to avoid isolation. They must also recognize their connection to others. Abraham Lincoln, for instance, embodies the qualities of 1. He was a leader who stood alone in his convictions. He faced monumental challenges during the American Civil War. Lincoln's personal struggles and his ability to stand firm in his values, even in the face of immense pressure, reflect the strength of the number 1. In Buddhist terms, Lincoln's path can be seen as the journey of an individual striving to understand and integrate the truths of existence. At the same time, he remained connected to the collective. Last digit 2, the harmonizer and mediator. Those born with a last digit of 2 are often seen as mediators, peacemakers, and connectors. The number 2 in Buddhism symbolizes duality, light and dark, good and evil, mind and body, and the need for balance between these forces. People with this number tend to seek harmony in relationships, often acting as bridges between opposing forces. Their spiritual challenge lies in embracing both sides of duality without getting lost in them. Take the example of Nelson Mandela, whose life was a quest for reconciliation between deeply divided peoples. Mandela's ability to mediate between South Africa's fractured groups and create a new path forward embodies the spiritual essence of two. He balanced the opposing forces of hate and love, conflict and peace. This demonstrates how those with the influence of the number 2 are often called upon to bridge gaps in society. Last digit 3, the creative visionary. The number 3 is associated with creativity, expression, and communication. It is a number that resonates with the Buddhist concept of interdependence, the idea that all things are connected and can influence each other. Those with this number are often artistic, expressive, and have a gift for seeing things from different perspectives. They can be visionary thinkers, but they must learn to focus their creative energy rather than scattering it in too many directions. A great example of the energy of 3 is Leonardo da Vinci, a figure who transcended the boundaries of art, science, and invention. His ability to combine creativity and logic, expressed in his inventions and masterpieces like the Mona Lisa, shows how those with a 3 energy can influence multiple areas of life. Da Vinci's legacy is a testament to the power of creativity that transcends boundaries, echoing the interdependence and interconnectedness that Buddhism teaches. Last digit 4, the builder and grounded one. Those with the last digit of 4 are often grounded, practical, and dependable. The number 4 in Buddhist philosophy is tied to the Four Noble Truths, which are the foundation of Buddhist teachings. People born with this digit are often steady, methodical, and focused on building something lasting, whether it's a career, a family, or a spiritual practice. However, they must avoid being too rigid or fixated on the material world. A historical example of the influence of 4 is Thomas Edison, the inventor who is known for his persistence and methodical approach to innovation. Edison's development of the light bulb was the result of countless trials and a grounded, practical mindset. Like those with a 4 energy, Edison's legacy is built on steady work and the pursuit of practical solutions to real-world problems. Last digit 5, the adventurer and seeker of freedom. If your birth year ends in 5, you are likely a seeker of adventure, freedom, and change. The number 5 is associated with the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, which represent the dynamic forces of the universe. People with this number are often restless, curious, and eager to explore new possibilities. Their spiritual challenge is to find balance in the midst of constant change and to embrace flexibility without losing their sense of purpose. Bruce Lee, the martial artist and philosopher, exemplifies the energy of 5. Lee's philosophy of martial arts, his concept of being like water, and his constant quest for personal growth and mastery resonate with the fluidity and freedom associated with the number 5. Lee's life was a testament to the power of embracing change while remaining true to oneself. Last digit 6, the nurturer and caregiver. Those born with a last digit of 6 are often deeply nurturing, caring, and family-oriented. The number 6 represents the balance between material and spiritual wealth. It is a number that focuses on love, compassion, and service to others. People with this number are often natural caregivers, drawn to professions in healthcare, teaching, or other fields where they can offer help and support. Their challenge lies in finding a balance between caring for others and taking care of their own needs. Mother Teresa, with her lifelong commitment to serving the poor and sick, embodies the nurturing essence of the number 6. Her work in India with the Missionaries of Charity is a reflection of the deep compassion and dedication that those with this number bring to the world. Like the number 6, Mother Teresa's life was centered around the idea of love as a powerful force for healing and transformation. Last digit 7, the philosopher and seeker of truth. The number 7 is often associated with spiritual seekers, philosophers, and individuals who are drawn to the deeper truths of life. In Buddhism, 7 represents the 7 factors of enlightenment, which are mindfulness, investigation, energy, joy, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. People born with this number tend to be introspective, analytical, and often find themselves on a quest for knowledge and understanding. Albert Einstein, the physicist known for his groundbreaking theories of relativity, exemplifies the intellectual and spiritual energy of 7. Einstein's relentless pursuit of knowledge, his ability to question the very fabric of reality, and his spiritual reflections on the interconnectedness of the universe mirror the qualities of the number 7. His life's work was a manifestation of the search for deeper truth. Last digit 8. The power of abundance and transformation. The number 8 is often associated with power, transformation, and abundance. It is a number that reflects the infinite cycles of life, death, and rebirth. This is symbolized by the figure 8. Those born with this number are often driven by material success. However, they must also learn to balance it with spiritual growth. They are here to understand the nature of power and wealth, both material and spiritual, and how these can be used to serve others. Oprah Winfrey embodies the essence of the number 8. From a difficult childhood to becoming one of the most powerful media moguls in the world, Oprah's journey reflects the energy of transformation. She has used her success to promote spiritual growth and to inspire others to transform their own lives. Last digit 9. The humanitarian and visionary. Lastly, the number 9 represents compassion, humanitarianism, and universal love. People with this last digit are often deeply concerned with the welfare of others. They work toward making the world a better place. They are visionaries, always thinking of the greater good, seeking ways to alleviate suffering. Their challenge is to learn to focus their energy on practical solutions, without becoming overwhelmed by the world's problems. Martin Luther King Jr., with his deep commitment to justice and equality, exemplifies the compassionate energy of 9. His fight for civil rights in the United States was driven by a vision of a better world. 0. Emptiness and infinite potential. If your birth year ends in 0, your number is associated with emptiness. It symbolizes a space full of infinite potential. It's a number that connects you to the cycles of change and transformation. People with this number are often in a state of personal evolution. Just like the concept of emptiness in Buddhism, sunyata, this number signifies the idea that from emptiness comes creation and endless possibility. Those born under the influence of 0 might often feel periods of stagnation, trapped in cycles of repetition or inertia. However, the key lesson for them is to embrace this emptiness as a necessary part of growth and transformation. Trusting that life moves in cycles, constantly shifting and changing, can help you navigate the times when it feels like you're stuck. For example, Albert Einstein, whose life was a constant process of reinvention, embodying the endless cycle of learning, would resonate with the energy of 0. He spent much of his career in a state of flux, constantly revising his theories and expanding the boundaries of science. His life reflects the idea that true innovation and wisdom arise from embracing the natural cycles of change. 1. Individuality and leadership. The number 1 is the number of individuality and leadership. If your birth year ends in 1, you're likely drawn to assert your independence and carve your own path. You're naturally a leader, someone who is not afraid to stand alone and go against the grain. Your journey may involve breaking barriers, asserting your identity, and creating your own destiny, but this can sometimes create challenges, especially when it comes to balancing your strong desire for independence with the need for harmony in relationships. Consider Winston Churchill, a person whose leadership was pivotal during World War II. Churchill was known for his unyielding individualism and resolve. He often stood alone in his decisions. His role as a leader is a perfect example of the number 1. It requires strength in solitude and courage in the face of adversity. However, his leadership also shows the balance needed in navigating relationships with others. Churchill occasionally faced challenges in uniting his colleagues and government. 2. Duality and harmony. The number 2 represents duality and the balance between opposites. If you were born in a year ending in 2, your life path may revolve around seeking peace, understanding, and harmony. You're a natural peacemaker, someone who thrives in situations where you can mediate conflicts and bring balance to relationships. However, your challenge often lies in asserting your own needs. You may put others' needs first, which can lead to frustration and internal conflict. A great example of this energy is Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi's life was about balancing dualities, oppression and freedom, violence and nonviolence, and finding a peaceful middle ground. His ability to bring together people from diverse backgrounds and opposing viewpoints is a perfect demonstration of the influence of the number 2. Yet, Gandhi himself struggled with maintaining his own needs. He often put the needs of his country and followers before his own. This duality between selflessness and self-care was one of his life's greatest challenges. 3. Creativity and expression. For those born in a year ending in 3, your life is connected to creativity, expression, and sociability. The number 3 resonates with the energies of communication and self-expression. People with this number are often artistic, vibrant, and full of ideas. They thrive in environments where they can showcase their creativity, whether in the form of art, music, or communication. But the challenge for 3s lies in their tendency to spread themselves thin. They often jump from one idea to another without finishing what they started. Take Pablo Picasso. For example, Picasso's work embodies the creative energy of the number 3. He was a visionary artist who produced countless works in a variety of styles, constantly reinventing himself. However, Picasso was also known for being distractible. He would often move on from one project to the next without completing others. His energy reflects the positive and negative aspects of number 3, being creative and spontaneous, but sometimes lacking the focus needed to see long-term projects through. For structure and order. If your birth year ends in 4, you're naturally inclined toward structure, order, and stability. The number 4 is associated with a desire to build something lasting, whether it's a career, a home, or a personal legacy. People with this number are grounded, practical, and reliable. You are diligent and hardworking, but your challenge lies in the potential rigidity you may develop. A strong attachment to routines and fixed ideas can make it difficult to embrace change. Consider Henry Ford. He revolutionized the automotive industry. Ford's success came from his ability to structure and streamline production in ways that were unprecedented at the time. He built an empire on his systems and processes, embodying the energy of 4. But Ford's life also illustrates the challenge of being overly rigid. His resistance to certain innovations, like the idea of a higher-paid workforce, reflected a reluctance to adapt to evolving times. Learning to embrace flexibility is a key lesson for those born under the influence of 4. 5. Freedom and adventure. The number 5 is synonymous with freedom, adventure, and change. If you were born in a year ending in 5, you likely have a deep craving for variety, new experiences, and independence. You're adventurous, always seeking new horizons, driven by curiosity. However, your challenge lies in commitment. The restless nature of 5 can make it difficult to settle down or stick with one thing for too long. This can lead to a sense of inconsistency. Steve Jobs provides a modern example of the energy of 5, known for his relentless pursuit of innovation and for constantly breaking boundaries. Jobs' career was characterized by a series of major shifts and changes. His constant drive for novelty, whether in design, business models, or technology, mirrors the essence of number 5. But Jobs also faced challenges with maintaining stability in his personal life. This reflects the difficulty that people with a 5 energy might have when it comes to grounding their restless nature. 6. Love and compassion. The number 6 is linked to love, nurturing, and compassion. People with this number are deeply caring. They often put the needs of others before their own. You are drawn to creating harmony in your environment, whether it's within your family, your community, or your workplace. However, the challenge for SIXS is learning to set boundaries and take care of their own needs without overextending themselves. Take Mother Teresa, for instance. Her life was a testament to the qualities of the number 6. She devoted herself to serving the poor and sick in Calcutta. She dedicated her life to helping others. But Mother Teresa also faced the challenge of burnout and emotional exhaustion. This was due to her relentless service. Those born under the influence of 6 can benefit from learning to balance self-care with their natural inclination to nurture others. 7. Spirituality and introspection. For those born in a year ending in 7, Your path is one of deep spirituality and introspection. The number 7 is the number of the seeker, the person who is constantly searching for deeper meaning and understanding. You are drawn to exploring the mysteries of life, often through spiritual practices or intellectual pursuits. The challenge for you is balancing these spiritual and intellectual pursuits with the practical demands of the material world. Albert Einstein, whose work transformed our understanding of the universe, is a perfect example of someone under the influence of 7. While his contributions to science were groundbreaking, Einstein was also deeply reflective and introspective. He often explored the spiritual dimensions of the universe, pondering questions about the nature of existence. Those with the energy of 7 are often caught between the spiritual and practical aspects of life. They seek answers to existential questions while navigating the practicalities of daily existence. 8. Power and abundance. The number 8 represents power, material abundance, and transformation. If your birth year ends in 8, you are likely ambitious and driven by success. People with this number are capable of achieving great material wealth and influence, but their challenge is balancing these pursuits with spiritual growth. There is a tendency for those with an 8 energy to become too focused on achievement, sometimes neglecting their inner fulfillment. Oprah Winfrey embodies the essence of the number 8. Starting from humble beginnings, Oprah rose to become a media mogul. She achieved immense financial success. Yet, she also understood the importance of spiritual growth and using her platform to inspire others. Oprah's story illustrates how the number 8's focus on abundance can be balanced with a deeper commitment to spiritual connection and service to others. 9. Completion and universal compassion. The number 9 is associated with completion and universal compassion. Those born in years ending in 9 are often deeply empathetic and compassionate. They dedicate their lives to helping others. However, their challenge lies in avoiding burnout. They can give so much of themselves to others that they forget to take care of their own needs. Martin Luther King Jr. exemplifies the compassion and service associated with the number 9. His tireless work for civil rights and social justice in the United States was driven by a vision of equality and peace. King's life was an embodiment of selflessness. He dedicated himself to the cause of others. However, his ultimate sacrifice also illustrates the importance of self-care, a lesson that those with a 9 energy must learn in order to maintain their well-being. Let's dive deeper into how these numbers play out in real life. It's not just about theory. It's about seeing the energy of these digits reflected in people's lives, how they shape their personalities, struggles, and successes. If we look around, we can see how the spiritual meanings behind these numbers manifest in everyday experiences. Take, for example, someone born in 1981. The last digit is 1, which is all about individuality and leadership. This person is likely someone who's always been independent, someone who isn't afraid to go after what they want. Maybe growing up, they were the one who took charge in group projects or leadership roles in their community. But with this leadership can come challenges. They might struggle in situations that require teamwork. For instance, someone born in 1981 could be the type of person who prefers to make decisions on their own. They often find it difficult to trust others' ideas or rely on a group effort. Over time, they may find that their true strength lies not in going it alone, but in finding ways to collaborate without losing their sense of individuality. This is the journey that the number 1 offers, finding the balance between independence and unity. Nelson Mandela, born in 1918, serves as a perfect example of someone embodying the energy of the number 1. Mandela was a leader who stood firm in his beliefs. He spent 27 years in prison, then emerged as a figure of reconciliation and leadership for all of South Africa. Throughout his life, he was a fierce individualist, but over time, he also learned the value of collaboration, especially in the context of the nation-building efforts that required the work of many, not just one person. His journey mirrors the struggle and growth that someone with the energy of 1 might go through, learning to balance personal strength with unity. Now let's consider someone born in 1992, with the last digit 2. Number 2 represents duality, balance, and harmony. People with this number often find themselves caught between opposing forces. Whether it's trying to keep the peace in relationships or struggling to balance their own needs with the needs of others. Take a close look at a person with a birth year ending in 2. They might be the go-to person in their family or friend group for resolving conflicts. Someone who is always trying to smooth things over and ensure everyone gets along. But the downside is that they might find it difficult to speak up for themselves. They could easily lose their sense of self in trying to meet others' needs. Princess Diana provides a real-life example of the number 2's influence. She was known for her compassion and her ability to bring people together, often advocating for peace and understanding. Her work with AIDS patients, landmine victims, and children made her a global symbol of empathy. However, Diana's personal struggles with self-worth and her challenges in asserting her own needs reflect the internal conflict that those with the number 2 often face. As much as she gave to others, she often found herself sacrificing her own happiness. Her story teaches the importance of balancing care for others with self-care. Moving on to the number 3. It represents creativity, self-expression, and social energy. If you were born in a year ending in 3, you're likely a natural at bringing ideas to life, whether through art, conversation, or creative pursuits. People with this number thrive in environments that allow them to express themselves and connect with others. But their challenge? Staying focused. It's not uncommon for people with this number to have a multitude of ideas, but they struggle to see them through to completion. Leonardo da Vinci, born in 1452, is a classic example. Someone whose life was deeply influenced by the number 3, known for his brilliant works in art, science, and engineering. Da Vinci embodied the creative, multifaceted nature of number 3, but he was also notorious for starting projects that he never completed. From unfinished paintings to incomplete inventions, Leonardo's life was full of unrealized potential, an aspect that reflects the challenge of the number 3. The key for anyone with this number is learning how to harness their creative energy and channel it into focused, sustained efforts. Next, let's talk about the number 4. It's connected to structure, stability, and order. If you were born in a year ending in 4, you are likely someone who values routine, hard work, and practicality. You may have a clear sense of direction in life, knowing exactly what steps to take to build a solid foundation for your future. However, the challenge with this number is a potential resistance to change. You might find it difficult to adapt when life doesn't go as planned. Thomas Edison, born in 1847, is an excellent example of someone with the energy of number 4. Edison was a relentless inventor and businessman. His life was defined by methodical work and experimentation. He was committed to building something solid that would last, something that would change the world. But like many people with the energy of 4, Edison sometimes struggled with change and setbacks. His relentless focus on inventing the light bulb led him to test thousands of materials before finding the right one. His persistence reflects the positive side of number 4, structure and perseverance, but also the challenge of rigidity. For the number 5, freedom, adventure, and change are at the core. If your birth year ends in 5, you're likely someone who craves variety and excitement. You're independent, adventurous, and thrive on new experiences. The downside? Commitment can be a challenge. People with the energy of May 5th find themselves bouncing from one thing to another without sticking to one path for too long. Steve Jobs, born in 1955, is a perfect example of someone with the influence of number 5. Jobs' life was characterized by innovation, exploration, and constant reinvention. From co-founding Apple to creating the iPhone, he was always on the cutting edge of technology and business. However, Jobs was also known for his restless spirit. Sometimes he jumped from one project to the next without a clear long-term commitment. His life shows the adventurous energy of number 5, but also the challenges of staying grounded and focused. Looking at the number 6, which represents love, compassion, and family. Those born in a year ending in 6 are often natural caregivers. They are drawn to creating harmony and balance in their relationships and communities. But their challenge often lies in learning how to take care of themselves without overextending their energy to others. Mother Teresa, born in 1910, is the ultimate example of someone with the energy of the number 6. Her life was dedicated to serving the poor and sick. She showed compassion to those who needed it most. She was the embodiment of selflessness, giving everything she had to her mission. But like many with the number 6, she struggled with finding a balance between helping others and caring for herself. Her story is a powerful reminder of the need to set boundaries. Even the most compassionate people need to recharge in order to continue their work. Now, consider someone born in 1995, with the last digit 5, a number known for its love of freedom and exploration. This person might constantly feel the urge to travel, try new things, and seek variety in their life. They may feel constricted by routines and crave the excitement of the unknown. However, they could also face struggles when it comes to sticking to long-term commitments, especially in relationships or careers. By reflecting on these examples and matching the numbers to the people around us, we can start to understand how these energies shape our own lives. Whether it's the leadership of Winston Churchill, the creativity of Leonardo da Vinci, or the compassion of Mother Teresa, the influence of these numbers offers a profound insight into our strengths and challenges. So, the next time you encounter someone or look in the mirror, ask yourself, what's the energy of your last digit? And how does it play out in your journey? The key takeaway here is that the last digit of your birth year isn't just a random number. It's a guide. It serves as a tool that can help you better understand your life's purpose, your challenges, and your strengths. Each number vibrates with its own unique energy, and by tapping into that, you can align yourself with your highest potential. It's a simple yet profound way to unlock deeper self-awareness and make conscious decisions that reflect your true path. Take the number 1. For instance, if your birth year ends in 1, the lesson is all about leadership and individuality. But it's also a reminder that while independence is powerful, true growth comes from learning to balance your personal goals with collaboration and teamwork. Take Winston Churchill, who exemplified the leadership qualities of number 1 throughout his life. Churchill was a fierce individualist, leading Britain through the darkest days of World War II. He made bold decisions when others hesitated. But his story also teaches us that leadership is about more than just making tough calls. It's about inspiring others, building unity, and adapting when circumstances shift. If you're someone with the number 1, your challenge is to embrace your inner leader, while also learning the art of compromise and working within a collective effort. Similarly, the number 2 brings the lesson of balance and harmony. If you were born in a year ending in 2, you may often find yourself playing the role of the mediator or peacemaker. People with this energy tend to have an innate understanding of dualities, light and dark, joy and sorrow, success and failure. The challenge with this number is learning how to assert your own needs while maintaining peace with others. Abraham Lincoln, born in 1809, is a great example of a person whose life reflected the energy of the number 2. Known for his ability to balance the conflicting interests of the nation, Lincoln was a master at finding common ground. Yet he also faced personal struggles with his own beliefs and identity. For those born under the influence of the number 2, the lesson is clear. It's important to maintain harmony with others, but not at the expense of your own self-expression. If you have a 3 in your birth year, you might resonate with the energy of creativity and self-expression. But here's the thing. Creativity isn't just about coming up with new ideas. It's about following through on those ideas and turning them into something tangible. Leonardo da Vinci, born in 1452, was a quintessential 3, brilliantly creative, but often distracted. He jumped from one project to the next without completing them. His life teaches us that creative energy needs direction to be effective. If you're a 3, the lesson is clear. Channel your creativity into something that will not only inspire others, but also leave a lasting impact. Focus, persistence, and the ability to see things through will be your keys to success. The number 4, with its focus on structure and discipline, teaches the importance of building a strong foundation. People with this number are often drawn to creating something enduring, whether it's a career, family, or personal legacy. But there's a lesson in flexibility as well. Mahatma Gandhi, born in 1869, was a brilliant example of someone with a number 4 energy. He built a peaceful revolution rooted in practical methods of nonviolent resistance. Yet, Gandhi's life also reflects another truth. Rigidly adhering to plans or systems can sometimes lead to stagnation. For those born in a year ending in 4, the lesson is clear. Embrace your practicality and hard work, but also stay open to change and unexpected opportunities. If your birth year ends in 5, you're someone who craves adventure and freedom. The lesson here is about balancing your love for exploration with the need to commit to something long-term. Steve Jobs, born in 1955, was a pioneer in technology and innovation. He was also known for his restless spirit, always seeking new ideas and constantly reinventing himself. Jobs' life was full of breakthroughs and exciting ventures, but he also faced the challenge of staying grounded in his vision. The key takeaway for anyone with a 5 in their birth year is this: embrace your love for adventure. But don't forget that true fulfillment often comes from sticking with something long enough to see it come to fruition. The number 6 is associated with love, compassion, and nurturing. People with this number are often caregivers. They put others' needs before their own. But the lesson here is to find a balance. If you give too much of yourself, you might find yourself drained and resentful. Mother Teresa, born in 1910, devoted her life to helping the poor and sick. She exemplified the selflessness that number 6 represents. But her life also teaches an important lesson. True compassion doesn't come from sacrificing your own well-being. It's about giving from a place of abundance, not depletion. If you're a 7, then you're likely drawn to spirituality and introspection. The number 7 represents a deep connection to the mysteries of life. It embodies a desire for wisdom and understanding. But it's also a reminder. Spirituality isn't about escaping from the world. It's about integrating your higher knowledge into your daily life. Take Albert Einstein, born in 1879. His deep spirituality and philosophical outlook influenced his scientific discoveries. While Einstein was known for his intellect, he also had a profound connection to spiritual principles. The lesson for those with a 7 is simple. Seek wisdom, but also stay grounded in the practical realities of the world. For those born in a year ending in 8, the lesson is about power, material success, and abundance. People with this number are naturally ambitious. They often have the drive to achieve great things. But the challenge lies in balancing these ambitions with spiritual growth. Oprah Winfrey, born in 1954, is a prime example of someone with a number 8 energy. She rose from humble beginnings to become a media mogul. Yet, her success is paired with a deep commitment to giving back and supporting others. The lesson here is that true success isn't just about accumulating wealth or power. It's about using those resources for the greater good. Lastly, the number 9 represents completion and universal compassion. If your birth year ends in 9, you're likely someone who feels a deep sense of responsibility toward the world. You might dedicate your life to helping others or working toward a cause that is larger than yourself. But like Mahatma Gandhi or Maya Angelou, you may also struggle with burnout or the feeling that you're giving too much of yourself. The lesson for the number 9 is to practice self-care while continuing to help others. It's about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. In conclusion, the spiritual lesson of each number is a mirror for our personal growth. It's a tool for self-awareness and reflection, allowing us to better understand our life's purpose. By aligning with the energy of your number, you can unlock the potential for greater success, inner peace, and fulfillment. So, whether you're a leader like Winston Churchill, a caregiver like Mother Teresa, or a creative genius like Leonardo da Vinci, each number offers a unique path to discovering who you truly are. As we've seen today, the last digit of your birth year isn't just a number. It's a guide to understanding the energy and spiritual blueprint that shapes your life. Whether it's teaching you how to embrace your leadership qualities, balance your relationships, or channel your creativity, this knowledge can empower you to live with greater purpose and clarity. So, which number resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the spiritual significance of numbers, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more insights into Buddhist philosophy and personal growth. Don't miss out on the next video, where we'll explore even more life-changing wisdom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.